Hey everybody, it's Mr. Mott. We're going to go through the lab procedure for our molar volume of a gas. Tell you what we've got going on here. I've got my LabQuest all turned on, calibrated. I've got a direct temperature probe already hooked up to this, and then also a gas pressure sensor hooked up to this as well. So we're reading the temperature and the pressure in our LabQuest here. I have measured out the mass of about 5 centimeters of magnesium here. I'm going to drop that into our 125 Erlenmeyer flask here. So I'm going to drop that in there. And we get to do a little hooking up here as well before we sort of get our reaction going. All right. In terms of the procedure, we're going to have our rubber stopper on here. And then we're going to connect our syringe here with 5 milliliters of 3 molar hydrochloric acid. And then we have to connect this end of this tube to the gas pressure sensor. So let me go ahead and take care of some of that now. This should just kind of give a twist on here, and it should be pretty snug. And then here's my 3 molar hydrochloric acid solution. We're going to draw in our syringe. We're going to draw about 5 milliliters of that into our syringe. It doesn't have to be too exact because it's going to be excess. All right. But just be mindful that this is a pretty strong acid. So just kind of keep that in mind when you're using that and handling it. Okay. So again, I got around 5 milliliters of the hydrochloric acid. Real important when you squeeze this on here, you want to make sure that this valve is perpendicular here, which means it's in the closed position. So I'm just going to twist this on here, and that should be snug as well right here. Oops, there we go. All right, and then I'm going to snug this on here. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and set this into our flask here. I filled this is a 600 milliliter beaker. I filled it up about 300 milliliters of water. We want to make sure that that's sort of the level of the water that's in the big beaker is more than the level of the liquid that we put in here, which is plenty. I'm going to go ahead and get my temperature probe in here so it's reading the temperature of that water. What we're going to do is we're going to open this valve here, and we're going to squirt in our hydrochloric acid, so it's going to react with the magnesium on the inside. And then what we're going to look for is our highest reading that we get for our pressure. We have to make sure to keep pushing on and keeping this rubber stopper in place, or else it'll tend to pop off. What we're going to be able to do is figure out from the magnesium how many moles of hydrogen gas are produced, and then the associated pressure that it pushes on here. All right. I believe that we also we'll squirt it in, and then we'll close this off as well, because we don't want any pressure pushing up our rubber stopper, our syringe here. All right. Okay, so I think everything's in place here. I'm going to go ahead and open this up here. Okay, I'm going to squirt my hydrochloric acid in. Okay, I'm going to close this up here. Oh, I hear some stuff escaping. Okay, so I hear some gas escaping, a little bit of experimental error there, but that's the idea. Okay, looks like my pressure values are decreasing now because I got a little bit of a leak, but I think I have all the information that we needed for this experiment, and the rest is calculation now. Thanks for watching.